Hi, I'm David, and I'm here to talk to you about cryptocurrency price analysis for Thursday, March 21st, 2019. Today I want to talk about 3 altcoins that I think are generally undervalued in the market right now. Now, don't get me wrong, I think there's a lot of altcoins that are going to do really well as we head into what seems to be the next altcoin season. But I've chosen 3 that, one, aren't talked about quite as much as some others, and also haven't as of yet really shown any growth, but I believe are going to soon. And I'll explain why. So, without any further ado, don't forget to like and subscribe below. Let's get right into it. Alright, the first coin I want to talk about is Decentraland's native token, Mana. Now, Decentraland is a project where basically the team is trying to create a virtual world, a virtual reality world, where users can interact and shop and trade and do kind of anything you can do in a virtual world, all powered by the Ethereum blockchain. The Mana token is the native currency of this world, and it's an ERC20 token. So basically, to get a little taste of this, going to their website, you actually get a nice little, it's not a full demo, but you can kind of get a feel for what the world looks like, and you can move around a little bit in your browser to get an idea. And as you can only zoom back, you can only scroll back, because eventually it scrolls out and becomes the website. It's a very clever little way to kind of give you an idea. You can scroll back in, look around a little bit. But this is giving you an idea of like what they're going for. Now the project's still kind of in its infancy, but I think they're onto something here. I think it's a platform that could really get adopted in the future as it grows. As it has more content, becomes more user friendly. I think you could see a lot of people getting on board with this. And if that's the case, then the Mana token could definitely go up in value significantly in the coming years. And I don't know of any other project that's really at least working on this quite the same way or is nearly as far along. So I think there's a lot of potential here for this to be a coin that goes up a lot in the future. All right, back to the charts. Now, here we are on the 1 hour for Mana. And the first thing I notice is right here, this bearish reversal in the moving averages. We have the 50 dipping below the 100 moving average. This could mean we're going to test back down to the bottom end of this channel before we see it test back upward, and that would probably drop us down to about looks like around 0.049 to 0.0495 range cents. And if we zoom out to the 4 hour, you can see that this ascending channel that we've been in for a little while now is largely supported by the especially 50 moving average on the 4 hour here, and has the 100 not far behind for the times it dips below that. It's almost very elegant the way that this coin has the moving averages have provided downward pressure for a long time over on this end, and then once we switched over back in, looks like mid-February, it's provided very elegant upward pressure. And that leads me to believe that there's every reason to think that we're going to kind of continue upward on this, barring some major news, as always. And let's move out to the daily to see that this level, the key level we're looking at here to get out of kind of the crypto winter slump is here at about 6 cents. It's going to be some psychological resistance and everything, but there's also not a whole lot. It's a little bit more hodgepodge in between 6 cents and about 8 cents. So for the time being, yeah, I think we're looking to keep climbing this channel and to test up to 6 cents. If we can get through that, we might see a bit of a rush up, but we need to get there first. Right now it's looking to hit around between the beginning of April, first half of April. So that's our current target, 6 cents, probably get there within the next month. All right, next coin we're looking at is Bread, or BRD. BRD is the native token of the fairly popular Bread wallet, which is an app-based wallet that you can store Bitcoin and other cryptos on, but its native token is BRD. And you can kind of think of this akin to how Binance Coin, or BNB, is the native token of Binance. And so basically there's incentives to using it. You can get discounts on fees and such if you transact using their native token. You can get rewarded in this token for holding certain amounts of crypto within your wallet. It's basically like a rewards or incentive program. The developers have also promised that in the future they'll probably be rolling out more incentives to be using BRD. So that being said, my logic is that the Bread wallet's already a pretty popular wallet. It's pretty easy to use. And as excitement comes back into the crypto sphere, we're going to see more new users, and many of them are probably going to turn to Bread Wallet as it's already one of the standards out there. And if more users are using it, it stands to logic that more people will be transacting BRD and the price will go up. So That's why I'm betting on it. All right, here we are looking at BRD on the 1 hour. And first thing I can see is that we've just gone above the 100-hour moving average here. And it looks like we're trying to hold there, trying to see if we can hold. And if we can, it'll be a pretty bullish sign that we're going to test up to the upper end of this channel. If not, we'll probably find some support here from the 50-hour moving average at about 25.5 cents. But if we are able to test up to the top of the channel, we're probably looking at some. I mean, it wouldn't happen immediately. Probably would take maybe a day or two, or at least a matter of hours. But we're probably looking at hitting up there around maybe between 29 and 29.5. But what I'm even more interested in is this psychological resistance at the 30-cent level, just above that. For that, let's zoom out to the daily. All right, now here we can see our ascending channel. We've obviously tested outside of it already, but we can see that here's the 30-cent level, which if you zoom out, you can see has some pretty significant historical support and resistance at. And then if we can break through that, which this channel seems to be taking us to, then the channel might actually not continue. We might get a good boost from that that'll help us get up to the 40-cent level. And the 40-cent level is the one that really defines this crypto winter for this coin. That's kind of the old support and resistance from last year. So, yeah, a little bit too far out there. So yeah, that's basically our target, is to try to get up to the 30-cent level, push through, and see if that momentum can help carry us up to 40 cents. And that would be a pretty bullish sign that we've reached the other end of crypto winter for this coin. All right, for our third coin, we're going to be talking about 0x. Now, 0x is a token on the Ethereum network that aims to be the backbone for decentralized exchanges. It's a protocol that seeks to make it possible for trade between any Ethereum tokens, anything that's on the Ethereum network, to make it really easy to do so that users can create their own decentralized exchanges with ease. So basically what I think gives us immense value is, one, decentralized exchanges are growing in popularity. Also by having access to anything on the Ethereum network, that's a pretty big user base built in to this protocol, to anybody who might be interested in that. And also the coin actually has been listed on Coinbase, which makes it for a pretty easy on-ramp for anybody interested in this. It gives it a little bit of an edge up on any other coins that might seek to try to do the same sort of thing. So back to the chart. Here we are on the 4 hour for 0x, and we can see that one major thing to note is that it's not really forming a clear channel like some of those other coins, but it does have pretty clear rising support here. And I think that's largely formed by these moving averages, most notably the 50 moving average seems to be holding pretty good support above it, helping to form this lower end of this support structure. But it's forming a wedge with some psychological resistance, it looks like, at the 28 cents basically. So as you can see, we're kind of honing in between 28 cents and this rising support line. Over the next few days, we're probably going to have to make a decision whether it's going to break up or down. If it breaks down, I don't know that we'll get a whole lot of support from the 100 moving average, just because it hasn't shown as much, it hasn't responded as well to that as the 50. But we'll probably keep above the 26 cents level. At least that's the first real resistance we're going to hit if we break down. If we break up, then we're looking to possibly, if we can get above 28 cents, we're probably going to test up to 30. There's not a ton of resistance there. There's a good chance we'll test up to 30. In the short term, over the next several days, that's probably the most optimistic we can be. But what we need to see, I'm going to move to the daily for this. Again, to get out of crypto winter, for this coin, we're looking at, it's got a pretty big valley here. We're looking at a 50 cents level that it still might take some time, even if we get above 30, but that's the target for what we're trying to get up to where those are the previous lows before the November crash again. So that's kind of the cliff we're trying to climb up to, is 50 cents for 0x. Well, that should about do it for me. As I always say, this is not investment advice. This is just my own personal observations. Go do your own research and make your own decisions. Until next time, don't forget to like and subscribe. Good luck with your trades.